Previously on the JeffMan316 Customs YouTube channel, we've been talking WandaVision, and in this video I'm going to give you my raw reaction to the episode 8 that I just recently watched from the Disney Plus series WandaVision. I usually do these things scripted, like a day or two afterwards. When I say scripted, I write down a couple notes. I don't know exactly how I feel about this episode yet, and so I wanted to do this one raw and without a net, as they say. So before we get into the reaction video, if you'll do me a favor and go ahead and like this video. This series will wrap up soon. I'll only have to have one more episode to react to after this one. Then after you go ahead and give it a thumbs up, leave any comments below, let me know what you thought about this episode, any of the previous ones, check out my reactions to those. And then after you do that, make sure you're a subscriber to the channel so you can catch all pop culture related stuff, and then whatever series or movie I want to review after this one series is over, you can come over and join us and we'll talk about it. And then whether you've just subscribed or a previous subscriber, go ahead and make sure you've hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to know when I post new videos. So let's go over and talk about episode 8 of WandaVision. Let's go. So like I said, I'm just probably going to ramble on this. If this thing feels a little disjointed, it's just because that's kind of the way I feel. I like a lot about this episode, but some of it I'm not quite sure of. So I just wanted to get my feelings out there raw without a lot of notes. So what we're going to do is I'll go ahead and tell you a lot of the stuff that I did like about this episode. The one main thing that I did is it did give some backstory for why we might have this structure around this, Wanda and her world, in this Westview world, the Hex, whatever you want to call it, because of her childhood. It looked like her father and mother, and one thing that they would use to distract them from all the violence going on around them and all the, the hardship that they were going through, is they would enjoy like American comedies together. One in particular was Dick Van Dyke. And I think I remember reading, I think I might have mentioned it in my first reaction video, that he was an executive producer or one of the producers. That's why they were able to use some of that footage. So helped them, framework the first episode that was in black and white and based on that time period on television. But with that being said, I do like that they gave us some closure as far as trying to figure out why she would do this and why this would be in her mind. It's a coping mechanism, so I really do like that. The other thing I kind of liked is how they wrapped up some of the reasons why characters like Pietro or whatever weren't exactly who we thought they were, and it was because Agnes was controlling it. So I really like that. I like that you go ahead and you do finally see the true nature of Sword and the leader. I forget, was his name Hayward? Yeah, so you do finally get to see the true intentions of Hayward, that he is going to try to come after Wanda and stop her. I don't know that he knows anything about what's going on with Agnes in there, though. So he may be in for a battle that he can't win. But with that being said, I'm just going ahead and have to spoil some of this thing, because one of my fears is I'm not exactly sure where they're going with this. Obviously, we learned that the Vision that's in Wanda's world is not the real Vision. It's, she unleashed her power and created this world and included Vision in it because they had bought this piece of land and they were going to grow old together and build a house on it or whatever. Then after he died, she comes there, her power gets unleashed, and then that's what ends up building this Westview, and then it goes out and expands and takes in everything that was around it. So the Vision isn't real, but I'm wondering, why is he so self-aware, and why did he try to make it outside? But now you know why he probably couldn't survive outside the Hex or whatever. So I'm not sure exactly that I like that. You also find out that Hayward was really lying to everybody around him, that Wanda did not steal Vision's body, because you see that he had Vision's body all along and had basically been building his own version of Vision as a weapon to go in and battle Wanda and get this, this thing over with. So that's another thing that I'm not exactly sure I like. I know there's a white Vision in the comic book. I'm not sure I like how they got to that, but I guess ultimately it could end up being a battle. You could either have the white Vision and Agnes versus Wanda and her Vision, or you could have the white Vision come in and end up attacking both of them. There's a lot of ways they could go with this, but I am interested to see how this is going to link into the MCU, because we only have one episode left. My biggest complaint, though, is I do not like that they retconned history behind Wanda. I kind of liked it that she was created from them doing experiments using was it the Tesseract or whatever, the one of the stones that Loki had. I really didn't like the fact that they retconned that and made it to where it seemed like she internally always had some kind of witching power to her, and Agnes wanted to know, is trying to figure out where it came from, what kind of witch she is. And Agnes goes ahead and calls her by what name I knew that they were going to eventually tag her with, which was Scarlet Witch in this one. But with that being retcon, you kind of take away some angles that I was hoping that maybe could happen. You don't have the ability now, I don't think, to where Wanda could have been a mutant and that the experiments brought this out of her. I think they're going to try to explain it that she's a witch and that her powers were suppressed and that maybe the experiments they did on her brought it out. I was hoping maybe she could be a mutant and that's how they could get the Fox X-Men world brought into this. And then other than that, maybe it was just that the experiment they did to her gave her that power and mutated her some kind of way. I don't know. I just don't like the fact that she was maybe a witch all along, and the way that the whole witch storyline is going. Which witch is which, I'm not sure. But I will say that I'm still interested in where the battle's going to go, how Wanda ends up fighting this White Vision, and then how it's going to link into the MCU. So what do you guys think? Did you like this latest episode? Like I said, I'm a little disappointed in it. So it's like I was at a 10. I was like, I was jacked up. I was like Ricky Bobby's Kids, man. I was like all jacked up. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. I was like ready to go with this thing, and I maybe brought it down a little notch. But I'm hoping, we got one episode left. I'm really hoping that that they end this thing on a bang and they pull me back in and make me want to see whatever's next in the MCU as far as in the theatrical world. So what do you think? Did you like this episode? If not, at least give my video a thumbs up. Go ahead and like this video. Leave any comments below. Let me know what you think about the latest episode of WandaVision, which is episode 8. Then go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you are a subscriber or you subscribe based on this, hit the notification bell once you do, and you'll be the first to know when I post new reaction videos. Check out the reaction video I did just for the new Mortal Kombat movie. Come back next week and see me wrap up this series on WandaVision and anything else pop culture related, toy hunts, toy reviews, movie reviews, that kind of stuff. Come here and check it out first, and we can enjoy this pop culture world together. So this is JevMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying, you guys be safe out there.